Welcome to the Acclivity podcast, my monthly look at the issues and challenges of being a woman of color in higher education leadership. Each month, I explore the moments and stories that inspire us to see the bigger picture, shape our goals, and create a vision for the future. Today's episode is titled Embrace the Sky, inspired by my incredible experience this past fall at the Albuquerque International Hot Air Balloon Fiesta. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Fiesta, it is a breathtaking event where hundreds of hot air balloons take to the sky, filling the horizon with color and wonder. Now, I gotta say, this wasn't my first time going. And each time I attend the Fiesta, it is more and more wondrous, and I see things from different perspectives. This year's theme was, or this past year's theme was Embrace the Sky. It really resonated with me deeply. And today I want to share how that experience gave me a new perspective, literally and figuratively, and how it can help us all approach the new year with clarity and purpose. Picture this. It's just before dawn. The desert air is cool. You can feel the energy buzzing in the crowd as the balloon pilots prepare to lift off. I remember stepping into the basket feeling sort of a mix of excitement and nervousness. Again, this wasn't my first ride, but it's still very awe-inspiring and breathtaking, and you just never know what you're going to see when you get up there, right? As the balloon rose higher, everything on the ground began to shrink. The cars became dots, the buildings blended into the landscape. Suddenly, I wasn't caught in the minutia of the day-to-day of life. From that vantage point, I really felt an overwhelming sense of freedom and perspective. And at about 1,000 feet above the earth, I realized something profound. The higher I went, the more I could see. It wasn't just the view of the landscape, it was a symbolic reminder that sometimes to see the bigger picture, we have to just rise above the noise and embrace the broader perspective. That experience made me think about the coming new year at that time and how we often get caught up in our immediate to-do list, challenges, and worries. But then when we step back and gain clarity, reassess priorities, and we can see the opportunities ahead. That ride gave me what I like to call the 1,000-foot view. From that altitude, you can see patterns and connections that aren't visible when you're closer to the ground or when you're on the ground. As we really lean into this new year, this is an opportunity for us to all embrace our 1,000-foot view. And here's how. First, pause and reflect. Before diving into your list of resolutions or goals, just take a moment and take some time to reflect on the year that you just had. What worked, what didn't work. Think of it like a map. Essentially, you need to really understand where you've been before you start plotting your next destination. Next, distance yourself from the day-to-day, sometimes stepping back, whether through retreat, a quiet afternoon, a journal experience, or even a walk, whether it's in nature or just walking outside in your backyard. You guys know I'm always talking about, going into my backyard, just enjoying nature. These things can just help you see your life and goals more clearly. This distance helps you take a break from tunnel vision. Third, I like you to focus on possibilities. Just like the horizon opens up when you're in the sky, a shift in perspective can reveal opportunities you didn't know existed. Ask yourself, what could I accomplish if I weren't so tethered to fear or self-doubt? The idea of embracing the sky also challenges us to think expansively about our aspiration. It's not just about setting goals, it's about daring to dream bigger, to explore what's truly meaningful, and to pursue what lights us up. Here's 3 tips for setting your own aspirations for the new year. Think big, then break it down. Start with the big picture, your ultimate goal or vision, then reverse engineer the steps to get there. Dreaming without planning is just wishing, but planning without dreaming can feel uninspiring. Prioritize what matters most. So this is your next step. From the sky, you see what's essential and what's not. Apply the same principle to your life. What truly aligns with your values and brings you joy? Third, embrace the unknown. The balloon ride taught me that while the pilot can control the altitude, the winds determine the direction. Life is much the same. We can't always control what's ahead, but we can embrace the journey and adapt along the way. As we prepare for the new year, let's all challenge ourselves to embrace the sky. What does that mean for you? Perhaps it's taking a risk, letting go, and thinking about what might be holding you back, or simply giving yourself permission to dream big. The balloon ride reminded me that the world is full of possibilities if we have the courage to rise above the everyday noise and truly see them. Before we wrap up, I'd like to give you a thought, a food for thought. Sometimes the most transformative moments come when we step outside of the comfort zone and view life from a different angle. As we move into the new year, I encourage you to find your own way to embrace the sky. Thank you for joining me on the Acclivity podcast. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear about your reflections and aspirations for the new year. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, or through my website, 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝘁.com. And here's to a year of clarity, courage, and limitless possibility. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep rising, and keep embracing the sky.